I've had the luxury of taking all the wishbone out. Obviously you wouldn't do that, but I'm replacing all the bushes. So the next job is the gearbox. As you can see there, I've took it out already. Got a bucket under here that's drained it. You see there, I've used one of these little square ratchet things. I've got a set of them and I just found the one that fits in. It says 17 on there, and on the other end I've put a 14mm spanner, so I've already done that. So I'm gonna change the gear oil anyway. The next job, I've loosened this already. There's an Allen key there. It's like a sort of gearbox mounting bracket. See there, so I've loosened that up. And also, like these bolts here, I'm going to start loosening them up. Big bolts, any of the big ones go around, and the engine mounting bracket, I'm going to have to tie it up somehow. Up above with a big post with some rope on it so it don't drop. But now I've loosened them. They're 10mm. Part of the, I don't want these gearbox linkage or something, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to loosen that up because obviously when I drop it down, the gearbox and the clutch, that's going to be hanging on in there. They're out of the way. Right. So that releases that. I might have to take that nut off of there to take that bracket off. That one there. Right. Just make a note. That's on like a fluted type thread there. I've took the nut off, which is 13mm. And I like to give it a slight tap with a hammer underneath there. We'll make a note on the pictures where that is against that arm, because obviously that you want that to go back in the same place. See there, in alignment with that. Anyway, that's off. Another bracket holds this on. It's just a 13mm bolt, just there. You need to get that out of the way. Oh, there's two in actual fact. There's one the other side at the back, and then that releases that bracket then. Yeah, you need to do the slave cylinder nuts. There's two there. I've loosened them already. 13mm, one there and one there, and then I suppose you've got to prise this out from the housing. Yeah, so I've wiggled the slave cylinder out the way. Just make a note, that rod goes in there. I've cleaned it up, it goes in that way and then into the housing that way. But I'm probably going to replace all the seals on that, but lucky that I can tuck that out of the way there. That's it. Right, also I need to take off the earth strap, which is a 13mm. Then I'm going to go for these bolts, attach the clutch housing to the engine. They're 18mm. I'm going to put an 18mm on them. You know, there'd be, oh, I don't know how many there is. There's some others around the engine as well. Right, yeah, there's another 18mm bolt there. So you just got to keep looking round. One there, done that one, loosened it. There's one there near the start motor. one there, I've done that one. Also, there's one in here. There's an Allen key, as you can see. And you're going to need to get a long one on there, and I put a spanner on the end of that to give it more purchase. So that's undone. Oh yeah, it's out there. I've loosened, yeah, just keep looking around. That one, I think I've got to take that out as well. That's a plate. You'll find you're going to have to put a series of a knuckle on there, an extension bit. That's to get to that one right up there, the 18mm. I'll manage to undo it. Now I'm going to release the engine mounting. There's two 16mm nuts. You might need a long socket piece, but they're 16mm. And also I've put a strap, bit Heath Robinson. I've got a log there, strong bit of hardwood linked up to there, and a big, like a strap right the way round the gearbox, and also I've jacked it up underneath, so hopefully it'll all go good. I've undone them, so let's manoeuvre that right out the way. That's it. I've lowered the jack, which as you can see has lowered the engine down, but I want the mounting out of the way, so now that's lowered down. There's two 16mm bolts, one there and one there. I need to undo them, which release that, and I'll get that out of the way. I don't want that in the way there really, make it easier. Also put an axle stand under the sump, a block of wood, so that supports the rest of the engine. So now I want to jack the jack up and see what happens, and just keep manoeuvring it till something gives and it comes away. I've done that bracket, it seems to have freed it up, so it's coming away from the engine then. So I'm just using a pry bar going round. Obviously I need to manoeuvre the jack and the strap, and probably pull all this forward more and then lower it down somehow slowly. Yeah, now I've removed that bracket from the engine, it's well loose, so it won't take a lot, bit of levering out and that's going to drop. Don't ask me how, but I kept manoeuvring it. You see my strap still holding up, and then I just release that to lower it to the ground gently, he says. But no, that's out. But it took a lot of manoeuvring with pry bars and pushing and shoving. Obviously I haven't got a crane, so that might make it easier. Right, the good thing is the housing's out. Now what I've got is one of these ratchet spanners like that. Look, it's like a star bit all the way around, and that is 8mm. So you just need to go around all of them. Right, tight. 8mm all the way around. Loosen them all up and then take it off. Right, now all the nuts are off. I just loosened it up, give it a bashing with a lump of wood. There you go. Whoa! She's off. And there it is. Bang. It's off. Right. Now what I'm going to do, now we've got it off, that bearing's going to be replaced, but you've got to clear all this grease. You don't want that to contaminate the new plate, so I'm going to scrape what I can off of there with scrapers. One of them. And then whatever's left, I'll use a bit of caustic soda or something like that, and then power wash it off. Hold on. That was the bracket behind the engine, which went round like that. That's the one you need to remove. I think that's 13mm, 17, another two 13mm. I took that off. That's the drive shaft housing. I took that off because obviously it makes it easier to remove it. So I've got that out of the way. Yeah, I'm being a bit too over thorough. Got an old cutlery knife. I'm just going around all the housing first. If you notice, I've got it in an old builder's mixing tray here to capture all the grease. So I can put it straight in the dustbin. So once I've done that, see, I'm going over the lot, just being so I can have the housing really clean. Once I power wash it, scrape all that and the rest of it. What I'm doing now is I didn't use caustic soda. This is just fairy liquid, a high concentrate fairy liquid. I've just used in an old bottle there, recycled it. The caustic soda don't like aluminium, so I didn't use that on that. And this housing's aluminium, so yeah, I just got one of these. This is all before I power wash it and try and get most of it all off. Get a good scrub. Yeah, now for the last bit, look how clean that is. I'm a bit too OT2, I know, but I'm using a little bit of thinners in a pot or a brush, and that eats into the really hard bits to get out. And we don't have to go too like that, it's just I'm very thorough, so you can see that with the thinners, and that eats into it, all them last little bits.